Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And today I'm reviewing a film that actually came to streaming services just a few months ago, but I'm finally getting to it now. And that movie is the 2025 film K-Pop Demon Hunters, directed by Chris Applehans and Maggie Kang. So this was a really fun animated movie by Sony, and you can tell that they took their animation style from Spider-Verse and created a whole new project with this. This film is also absolutely taking Netflix by storm at the moment. In fact, Netflix is even considering this their Frozen. They're putting all the cards in on this. In fact, they've even announced that they're going to be doing two other sequels, a spin-off television series, a live action movie, and apparently some version of like a Broadway production as well. So if you haven't seen this one, you've probably at least heard about it. But let me tell you a little bit about the actual plot for this one. We have our three main characters of Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, and they are being trained to be demon hunters. But the way that they hunt demons is they actually use their music to help them out. Now, the way that that works is unbeknownst to the humans, there is actually a barrier between the human and demon realm called the Han Moon. And it's up to these demon hunters to use their powers to make their music stronger and stronger and make that barrier stronger along with that. And the goal is to get it to a point where that barrier becomes golden and blocks the demons for good. So these three girls formed a band called Huntrix. They are one of the top K-pop bands in the world, and when they're not rocking it out at concerts, they are fighting demons and stopping them from eating people's souls. So the leader of the demons is an entity called Guima, who will do everything within his power to defeat these girls. But so far he's been unsuccessful. That is at least until one of his underlings, Jinu, comes up with an interesting plan of fighting fire with fire. His plan is to form a demon boy band called the Saja Boys that will use their music to hopefully defeat Huntrix and diminish the Han Moon completely. So, who's going to come out as the victor in this battle of the bands of good versus evil? It won't be easy, as both of the leaders of these two bands, Rumi and Jinu, are also hiding some pretty big secrets. So, I ended up watching this one with my family, and all of us really enjoyed this. The music was phenomenal, the characters were really fun, and it had a great story. I would say my only things that I wasn't a big fan of are number one, the two characters of Mira and Zoe did not get enough screen time, or at least did not get enough opportunity to really shine. This was definitely a roomy movie, and I hope that in the sequels that the other two get a lot more involvement. Secondly, and I do realize that this was put out as a kids movie, but it did feel very predictable at times, and I felt like they were being a little too safe. I feel like there was some opportunities to really try out some different things that they didn't. But maybe they will in the sequels. One more thing I do want to mention, the big cat character that shows up in this, you are absolutely going to fall in love with. Trust me. So, at least for me on my scale, I'm giving this one a 4 out of 5. If you've seen it already, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And if you haven't seen it, as I mentioned earlier, it is currently streaming for free on Netflix. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Skewed Reviews. And if there's any other movies coming to streaming or to theaters that you think that I should watch and do a review for, please mention those in the comments as well.